So as you make your way onto your back, let your heels come to the edges of your mat and let your feet just relax and fall out to the sides. And then gently draw the shoulder blades underneath you, turn your palms to face the ceiling, close your eyes, and just settle in. Settle into your body. Start to settle into your breath. Allow gravity to pull you down towards the ground. And as you breathe in and out, work at expanding your lungs now to their absolute fullest, filling the belly, the rib cage, and right up to the collarbones. As you breathe out, the collarbones settle, the ribs regather, and the navel comes back towards the spine. So you're working with that 3-part breath. And as you begin to constrict the glottis now, narrowing the airway just slightly, see if you can hear the sound of your own breath, both on the inhale and on the exhale. Take a moment, scan the body, see how you're feeling this evening so you can determine exactly what you might need from your practice tonight. And then take this time to set an intention for your practice. What is the reason you're here? What do you need from your yoga practice tonight? And now we begin to link our breath together, so joining in when you can. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain. 2, 3, 4. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely and start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your wrists and your ankles. Turn your head slowly side to side. Good, so roll your head back to center. Start to slide your legs together. Stretch your toes out in front of you. Reach your fingers back behind you. Take a deep breath in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, release the arms down. Draw your knees. in toward your chest. Reach for the knees with the hands and just rock from side to side. Massage your back. Just rolling hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, ear to ear. Good. Roll back to center. Transfer the grip to the back of your thighs and begin to roll up and down the length of your spine. Keep the chin tucked in as you roll back. Good. Let's roll up to seated. Come on to the hands and the knees. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, low belly drawn in. Stay really strong across the upper back, and as you inhale, lift the chin and the tail. Exhale, draw the tail down as you tuck the chin and round. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. So keep those wrist creases parallel with the top edge of your mat. Make sure the space between your thumbs could accommodate both your feet. Start to really link your body's movement with your breath. And take one more inhale into cow and one more exhale up into cat. And then neutral spine as you look down, lift through the low belly. Inhale, send your right leg back and your left arm forward. Come into your spinal balance. Keep that right hand gripping, pushing the earth away. Try to keep your neck in line with your spine. Take another inhale, stretch the arm and leg, lift the chin, look up, exhale, lower the hand and the knee down. Inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. Keep that left palm rooted, push the earth away. Lift the low belly up towards the spine. Pull that right shoulder back and down away from the ear and take another inhale, stretch it out, lift the limbs, look up, exhale, lower the hand and the knee down. Now let's bring the hands forward an inch or two, tuck the toes under, lift your hips to the sky. Start to press one heel at a time down towards the ground, walking out this first downward dog. And watch that tendency for those hands to want to turn in. Try to keep those wrists straight. Press both heels down now at the same time. Push the chest back. Inhale, come forward to the top of a push-up. Remembering your plank can be from the toes or from down on the knees. The tailbone stays tucked and the low belly stays lifted. Now look forward as you inhale. Start to lower with control as you exhale, and then send the chin forward, lift through the back of the head, glue the tops of the feet down, and pull your chest towards the river. Keep the kneecaps lifted. Take another inhale, come up, up, up. Tuck the toes, take it back to your downward facing dog. Hips high. Big toes slightly turned in, press the heels down. Good, as you push the chest back, keep pressing those heels down. Inhale, high up on the toes, soft knees as you look forward. Let your feet come forward to the space between your hands. And then inhale, come up to a flat back. Look out in front of you, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Good, inhale again, look forward, long spine. See something in front of you and exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, look forward. Take a grip on those legs now. Pull yourself down. Let the head just hang heavy. Good. On your next inhale, look forward. Put a little bend in the knees, bring your hands to your hips on the exhale, and then inhale, push through the feet, rise all the way up to stand, straighten the legs, and relax the arms at the sides. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, reach forward, soft knees, folding all the way down. Inhale, look out in front of you, lengthening the spine, and then plant both your palms, step back to the top of a push-up, holding your plank either on the toes or on the knees. Watch those wrists. Grip with your fingers. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Good. Look forward as you inhale. Begin to lower slowly down, elbows hugging the sides, curling into your cobra. So send the chin forward, lift through the back of the head, lift the kneecaps. Make sure that it's your back muscles doing the work, so lift your hands, but not your feet. Good. Let those palms replant right on either side of the chest. Push into the feet, inhale a little bit higher, lower your forehead, tuck your toes, inhale to the top of a push-up, and press back to your downward dog. Good. Inhale, high on the toes, soft knees as you look forward. Let your feet come forward to your hands. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's inhale the arms up as we look forward and lean to the right on the exhale. Keep the shoulders pulled down. Keep that right shoulder rolled forward. Push that left hip out to the left. Good. Inhale to center and change sides as you exhale. Push that right hip out to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, draw the shoulders down as you lift the chin, and then inhale, stretch tall. Push your hips forward and lean the torso back. Lift your heart towards the sky. Keep pushing the hips forward. Feel the glutes activate here. Good. Breathe in and out through your nose. Inhale, come back up to the top. Palms open, swan dive all the way down. Look forward as you inhale. Plant your hands. Step back to plank pose as you exhale. And breathe. Good. As you inhale, just look slightly forward. You're at the top of a push-up. Start to lower down with control, either from the toes or the knees, and then curl into your cobra. Try to use your back muscles here, not your arms. So the hands should be able to leave the ground. Kneecaps are lifting up. Bring your arms to a T. Slide them back about halfway so they're like jet airplane wings, and then lift both legs off the ground. Stretch your toes back behind you. Take another inhale, come up, up, up. Exhale, release. Hands beside the chest. Tuck the toes, press back up to plank. And now lift to downward dog. Try to really tune in to the sound of your own breath. Inhale, high on the toes, soft knees, look forward. Bring your feet forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart. So let's inhale, circle the arms up. As you exhale, turn the palms out, circle the arms around behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together as you clasp the hands. Inhale, stretch up, look up, soft knees, fold all the way down. Relax your head and start to draw the arms away from the back. Keep breathing. Try to have just as much weight in your toes as you have back in your heels. Good, take another inhale, stretch the arms a little further. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, look forward, lengthening the spine. Plant both your palms, step, walk, or hop back to the top of a push-up. Good, let's set the right knee down underneath the right hip as you pivot and plant the left foot directly behind the right. Bring your right hand in to line up with your right knee. So bring your right hand in line with your right knee. So bring the right hand in. Good, looking at your right thumb, bring your left hand to your left hip. Roll that left shoulder back and stretch your left arm for the sky. Can you look up towards that thumb? Turn your palm towards the river, take the arm over the ear. And breathe. Maybe you can bring a bit more weight into that right hand. Maybe you want to lift that left leg up and away from the ground. Maybe you want to bend the left knee, catch a hold of the top of the left foot or ankle with the left hand, pulling that foot up and back. Really opening up that left quad and hip flexor. If you took the bind, release it slowly. Arms comes back over the ear. If you lifted the legs, slowly release it down. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, look down, lower the hand down. Lower the knee down, bring your big toes together. Take your knees to the edges of your mat and sit back into a wide-kneed child's pose. Good, as you extend and reach the arms forward, pulling yourself back up onto the hands and knees, preparing for the other side. So left knee under left hip, straighten the right leg, pivot and plant the foot, and then bring your left hand in, line it up with the knee. Look at your thumb, right hand to right hip. Roll that right shoulder back and float that right arm up to the sky. Can you look up towards that thumb and then turn your palm towards the river? Take the arm over the ear. Keep pulling both shoulders down away from the ears, and then see if you can lean a bit more weight into the left hand. Perhaps the right leg floats up and away from the earth. Maybe you're bending the knee, catching that bind with the right hand, holding the foot or the front of the ankle, pulling your foot up and back behind you. Creating more of a back bend here. Good, if you took that bind, leg extends out, arm extends forward. If you lifted the right foot, slowly lower it. Inhale, right arm for the sky. As you exhale, look down, lower the hand down, lower the knee down. Bring your hands to shoulder distance. Let's inhale into our cow and exhale into our cat. Big toes together, sit back on the heels, bring your thighs together and let your whole torso drape down. Try to keep those thighs touching, just coming into a different version of our child's pose here. Arms can be back beside the legs, arms can be out in front of you, hands can support the forehead. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Good, reach your hands forward, pull yourself to your hands and knees, tuck your toes, press back to downward facing dog. Hips high, push the chest back and press those heels down. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Walk it closer to your right hand and start to wiggle that left foot back. You're up on the fingerprints, 2 fist distance between both your heels, and then move the heart forward as you press that left heel back behind you. Let's start to straighten out the right leg. So you may need to walk the hands back. Try to stay on the ball of your left foot. Now look forward as you inhale. Right hip back, left hip forward. Begin to fold over those legs as you exhale. Relax your head and look at your left big toe. Keep drawing your left hip forward. Keep shifting that right hip back. Good. As you inhale, look out in front of you. As you exhale, come back into that lunge position. Lowering your left knee and untucking your left toes. And now we're going to bring the right hand in and walk the right foot out. Widen your hands back to a shoulder distance. So you're down on your left knee here. Untuck your left toes. Make sure your left leg is as far back as it can go behind you. Good. So we're starting to open up that left hip flexor. Hugging your right knee in towards that right arm a little bit. Inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, melt down to your palms. Start to bend both your elbows, lowering your shoulders towards the ground at the same time. Some of you may be low enough to come to your forearms. Some of you might be staying up on your palms, but try to relax your head here. Try to relax both hips down towards the ground. Keep pushing into that right big toe and inner right heel. On the inhale, lift the chin. On the exhale, come slowly up to straight arms and flat palms. Walk your right foot in. Plant both palms as you curl your left toes under, pick up your left knee and step your right foot back, press back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up, and exhale, step the left foot forward. Bring it right up close to that left hand, start to wiggle that right foot back. Good, so your left hand's still on the outside edge of your left foot to start. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Straighten your left leg now. You may need to walk the hands back a little bit. Now look forward as you inhale and begin to fold the chest towards the thighs as you exhale. Relax your head, look at your right big toe. So you don't want to plant your right heel. You want to stay on the ball of your right foot. Allowing that right hip to come forward and the left hip to come back. Keep breathing. As you inhale, look forward. As you exhale, come back into your lunge. Lower your right knee and untuck your right toes. So now we're just going to walk the left foot out and bring the left hand in. Hug that left leg in towards the left arm, making sure knee is over ankle. Taking that right leg as far back as it'll go. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, begin to melt to your palms. Slowly bending both elbows at the same time, lowering your shoulders. Try to keep pushing into your left big toe and your inner left heel here. Try to keep that left knee over that left ankle. Let your head just hang heavy. Good. As you inhale, lift the chin, slowly coming back up to straight arms, flat palms. Bring your left foot in. Plant both palms flat as you curl the right toes under, pick up the knee and step back to your downward facing dog. Try to lift the hips high and press the chest back. Pressing those heels down gently. Inhale, high up on the toes, soft knees, look forward, and bring your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, flat back, look out in front of you, and exhale, fold chest to thighs. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Palms come together, exhale, hands to the heart, take a breath. Bless you, hands to the hips. Making sure that that right foot feels settled wherever you're standing on your mat, backing up or coming forward if you need to. Come on to the ball of the left foot. Tuck the tail. Draw the left foot in close to the right. Keep your right toes pointing forward and then swing that left knee out like a gate. So let your knees swing out to the side. So you've got the option to keep your toes on the ground. Toes can leave the ground. Heel can come just below the knee, or your foot can pull all the way up into your inner thigh. But don't put any side pressure on your knee joint whatsoever. So make sure your toes are all the way above the knee or your foot is all the way below. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. And as you put pressure between the palms, put pressure between the foot and the leg. See something. Focus the eyes. Keep the tailbone tucked and keep drawing that left knee gently back, opening up the hip. Can you interlace the fingers, pressing the palms forward as you straighten the arms, and then slowly let the arms float up? Take another deep breath in, press the palms to the sky as you exhale, slowly circle the arms down, hands to the heart. Left knee comes forward, setting the left foot down, relax the arms down, give the right leg a gentle shake. And then find that spot on your mat where the left foot can feel rooted, so it's not too bumpy. Try to point your toes forward as your hands come to your hips. Shift onto the ball of the right foot now and bring your right foot in directly next to your left. Before you swing it, try to close that gap there. And then turn your knee out to the side, but keep your hips as they were. Now the same thing you did on the other side, see if you can do that now. Bringing your right foot up to your ankle, maybe to your inner thigh, maybe to your calf. Keep your hips level and pointing forward. Tuck the tail, hands to the heart. Find your drishti, or gazing point. Now this time, opposite fingers cross over and we press the palms forward. Shoulders down, start to lift the arms. Keep drawing that low belly in. Keep relaxing the shoulders down. Good. Take another inhale. Really press up through those palms. As you exhale, slowly circle the arms down, hands to the heart, right knee forward, set the right foot down. Relax the arms down and just walk in place. Good. Big toes together, a little space between the heels. Hands come around onto the low back. So try to bring your elbows in. Push your hips forward, feel your glutes activate here. So you're gonna inhale, lift the chin, open the throat, and as you exhale, start to really lean back, lifting your heart, elbows hugging in. Some of you may be flexible enough in the back bend to walk your hands down the back of the legs. Good. If you walk the hands down, bring them back to the low back. Push into the palms. Inhale, come up slowly. Hands to the hips as you separate the feet to a hip distance stance. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, soft knees. Fold all the way down and bind your big toes. So your first two fingers and your thumb make hooks. Look forward as you inhale. Start to pull yourself down as you exhale. Flare the elbows, pull the shoulders back away from the ears. Try to let your toes take just as much weight as your heels. Good. Inhale, look forward. Release the bind, plant your palms, step back to the top of a push-up. Remembering you can modify to the knees as well. Keep those wrist creases straight. Watch the tendency for the hands to want to start to travel inwards. Look forward as you inhale. Belly firm as you lower slowly, hips and shoulders at the same time. Curling into your cobra. Pull the heart forward, stretch the toes back, lift through the crown of the head. Go ahead, take another inhale, come up a little higher, lower your forehead down. Back up on your mat if you need to so that your head can be on your mat. Make a pillow with your hands. Lie on your left ear, turning your head to the right. Let your big toes touch and your heels fall out to the sides. So head is turned to the right as you breathe. Good. Bring your forehead to your mat. Bring your arms beside you. Bend your knees and see if you can grab a hold of the tops of your feet with your hands. Maybe you're grabbing the front of the ankles. So the forehead is still down. See if you can bring your thighs back together. Spread your toes, push your feet into your hands, and now inhale, send the chin forward and lift through the back of your head. Can you pick your thighs up off the ground? Send your toes right up to the sky here. Look up at the space between your brows. Keep those shoulders down, away from the ears. Take one more inhale, come up, up, up. Exhale, release. Release the feet. Plant your hands beside your chest. Slow motion, push up to your knees and press all the way back into child's pose. Relax. Relax. Good, stretching those arms forward, pulling yourself up onto your hands and your knees. And let's come around to a seated position. Extending those legs out in front of you. Pull the flesh from underneath the sitting bones. Sorry if I said that already. Pull all 10 toes back. Draw the shoulders back, the ears back. Lift through the top of the head. Hands beside the hips. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, fold forward, reaching for whatever you can grab with a bend in your elbows. And now draw the low belly in. Pull the heart as close to the toes as it'll go, and then relax your head all the way down. And try to keep your chest the guiding point forward towards those feet. And if you're holding the feet, hold up at the toes so you can push the heels away. Good. As you inhale, lift your chin, and as you exhale, extend your arms. Inhale, come all the way up, palms out, circle the arms down. Good. Swing both feet around to one side. Just come on to the knees in Vajrasana. Planting your hands at a shoulder distance. Take your head now and bring it forward and down. So that as you look back, your elbows should be directly over top of your wrists. See where you're at on your mat. Make sure that your head is not resting on a big lump. Fran, can you walk your hands back now way closer to your knees where your head is? So yeah, there you go. Right up on the top of the head. So you want to be right up on the top of your head. So you're almost looking back towards your legs. Spread your fingers really wide. So this, for some of you, is going to be enough. Some of you may be able to go further, curling your toes under, lifting your knees, straightening your legs. There should be no pain in your neck. If there is, set your knees back down. If you can walk your feet towards you, keep hugging your elbows in. Can you let your knees come out to the side a little bit and rest on the elbows? You're right there, Kathleen. Can you walk the feet a little tiny bit closer and get the hips a little higher? You got it. If the knees can rest on the backs of the arms, the toes might be able to leave the ground. Make sure your hands are back a little bit more so your elbows and your wrists line up. Keep hugging those elbows in. Keep pulling the shoulders back away from the ears. So come down for 1 second for me. Can I demonstrate for you? So you want to make sure that you're walking so far in that your knees can rest right on the arms, because if you're too low, you got to get the hips higher so that the knees can rest there. So bring your hands back more. You want to make a tripod, so bring your hands wider apart. Okay, so all 3 points need to be equidistant. So when your head comes forward, bring your head right up to here. So bring your hands back an inch. Hug your elbows in. Now tuck the toes, lift the knees, and walk your feet forward. Keep the legs straight. Keep walking the feet in. Keep those elbows hugging in. Keep walking the feet in. Yep, and you got to get the hips higher so the knees can come to rest on that shelf. That's okay. You're good right there. We're going to come down because everybody's been there for a little bit. Let yourself relax down. Take rest in child's pose. Try to relax the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Let your hips fall back towards your heels. And we're gonna give ourselves a stretch in rabbit. So bring your hands to either side of your head. Straighten your arms. Bring your thighs together. Good. Try to bring your head down onto the ground as close to the knees as you can get it. Tucking your chin. Don't lift your hips yet, Kathleen. Keep your hips down. Now grab your heels with your hands. Hold those heels tightly, really tucking the chin. And on an inhale, start to lift your hips towards the sky. So Fran, can you bring your head a little closer to your knees and tuck your chin in? Almost like you were rolled up into a ball. Good. Now head stays down, lift the hips up slowly. Feel that stretch at the back of the neck. Keep breathing. Good. Take one more inhale. Lift those hips a little higher. Exhale, lower your hips down. Bring your hands to your thighs and slowly press up into Vajrasana. And just let that blood slowly come down. Good, so you're gonna make your way down onto your back. If you have a shoulder stand practice, we'll work in shoulder stand. If you don't have a shoulder stand practice, it can be legs up in the air. If you're not 100% sure about shoulder stand, I'd be happy to come over 6 feet away from you and talk you into it. So if you're not comfortable, otherwise it can just be legs up in the air. We're trying to let more of that blood drain down from the legs. If the hips can pop up, the hands can support the low back, and the legs can come up to the sky. Make sure that there is no pain in your neck, and do not turn your head if you're lifting up into shoulder stand. So maybe we can come up a little higher. Those of you that are up, cross your ankles, squeeze your legs together. So cross the ankles. Squeeze those legs together, send your toes to the sky. Can you walk your hands just a little higher up the back? Don't turn your head. And then uncross those legs. So try to bring your pinky fingers in a little bit. Keep the head nice and straight. Good. Keep those elbows hugging in. So you can uncross your legs now, Kathleen. Good. Relax those legs. Those of you that like variations in your shoulder stand have options for wide-legged splits to the side, splits back and forth. Anything you're doing in a right side, make sure you're holding it for a few breaths. So the leg that comes over your face, Rita, is good. Try to reach the other leg more that way. Yeah, there you go. Really scissor those legs open. Good, finishing up your variation so that we can make our way into plow pose. So on an exhale, let both your legs slowly lower out over your face. Keep your hands supporting your back. Can your feet touch the ground behind your head? Beautiful. If they do, walk your toes a little closer to your head. Push the backs of the knees open. So try to keep the legs straight. If your feet are touching the ground, your palms can touch the ground as well. Nice. Keep pressing the backs of those knees open. Good. Now palms to the earth. Start to slowly lower your upper back to the ground. Keep your head on the ground as your mid-back starts to lower down. Nice and slow. Keep the head down, lowering the low back. We're all going to meet with our legs 90 degrees. So the arms are like railings right down beside you. Point your toes to the sky. Pull the toes towards the face. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your legs all the way down to the ground, pushing your heels away as they lower. Beautiful. Separate your feet. Turn your palms up. Take a few breaths here. Just a moment. And then walking the feet towards each other, begin to walk your feet in towards the body, setting up for our bridge pose. So this pose is known as Setu Bandhasana. So we want our feet in line with our hips, not the outer flesh of the body, but the hip bones themselves. Big toes are slightly in as the palms press down. So bring your arms right in tight to your sides so you can feel every part of your arm hugging. Lowering your low back towards the ground. On an inhale, lift your hips to the sky above you. So try to keep the head straight. Walk your hands a little closer together. Some of you might even be able to clasp your hands, slide one arm at a time underneath you a little bit more. So Fran, turn your big toes in just a tiny bit. Good. Really push into those big toes and those inner heels. Imagine you're hugging a yoga block in between your knees. Don't let it drop. Good. You have a little bit more in you. Inhale, draw your right knee into your chest. Exhale, send your right leg to the sky. Keep your hips up and level. Try not to let your hips drop. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, set the foot down. Inhale, left knee comes in. Send the left leg straight up in the air. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, bend the knee, set the left foot down. Now inhale up on your toes, take your arms to a T, and start to slowly roll your back down, one vertebra at a time. Let your heels come down. Let your knees come into your chest, and just rock side to side. Massage your back. Good. Rolling back through to center. Set your feet on the ground. Bring your arms to a T. Take your feet as wide as your mat is with your knees still bent deeply. So just walk the feet apart. Take a long, deep breath in, and on your exhale, let both your knees melt over to the right as you turn your head to the left. So your feet are at the edges of your mat. So the feet are really wide apart. Arms to a T, head to the left. Maybe this is a good place for you to be. Maybe you want to go a little further. There's a couple options. You can pick up your right foot, place it on top of your left knee. There's also the option of keeping the right foot on the floor, but walking your left foot further out to the left so that your knee comes more in line with your hip. So your head is turned in the opposite direction of the legs. Good. Take another deep breath in. If you lifted up the right foot, release it down. If you walked your left foot out, bring it back in. And then inhale, head and knees to center. So keep your feet as wide as your mat is here. Take a long inhale, and as you exhale, lower both legs to the left, turn your head to the right. Take a moment to acclimatize. Don't rush to go to that next place. Scan the body, see how it feels. Maybe that left foot is lifting up to the right knee. Maybe you're walking your right foot further out to the right instead. See what feels good for you today. Keep breathing in and out through your nose, nice and steady. Good. Take another deep breath in. If you lifted that left foot, gently release it down. If you walked that right foot out, bring it back in. Now wait for the inhale. Let your head and your knees come up. Walk your feet together. Let the soles of your feet touch now as your heels come as close to you as possible. Let both knees now fall out to the sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together. So don't bring both knees to the right yet. We're not in a twist. Let the soles of your feet touch and let your knees go in the opposite directions. So Kathleen, bring your feet to the ground. Set the feet down. Yeah. Good, let gravity pull those knees down. If you want to take the stretch a bit further into the shoulders, bend at your elbows, point your fingers behind you. So like you had cactus arms. If you want to go further, you can lift your elbows up and your fingertips will eventually meet above the head. Backs of the hands still resting very heavy down on the ground. If they're lifting up, bring the elbows back down. And the final place to take it would be to reach right across for the opposite elbow with your fingers. Just breathe deeply here, breathe slowly. Good, take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly unravel the arms, bringing them all the way back down to your sides. Reach for the outer thighs, and on an inhale, help your legs back together. Bring your arms out to a T, palms down. Let your knees now come into your chest. Flex your feet, spread your toes, take a deep breath in. Lower both legs to the right, turn your head to the left. Palms can face up or down, your choice. Try to turn your head as far to the left as it'll go, bringing your chin towards that left shoulder, turning your ear down towards the ground. Take long, deep breaths here. And maybe after several breaths, you can squeeze the knees a little closer to the chest or closer to that right arm perhaps. Maybe you want to drape the right arm across the left leg. Maybe you want to reach for the outer edge of the left foot with the right hand and extend that leg out straight. See what feels good for your body as you twist. Good, take a deep breath in, and if you brought the right arm up, bring it down. If you straightened either leg, rebend the knees, push into the earth and inhale back to center. Change sides as you exhale. Try not to lift your right shoulder as you set the feet down. Take a few breaths to adjust, to relax. Don't lift the arms yet. You can just turn the palms up if you'd like. Just breathe. Gravity is pulling both arms and the entire body down right now. Let it. Just surrender to it. And after several breaths, maybe the ability is there to bring the knees a little closer to the chest or closer to the left arm. Maybe you want to use that left arm on the outside of the right leg, adding a bit of weight. Try to have your head turned as far to the right as it'll go, chin towards the shoulder, ear towards the earth. And breathe, and relax, and melt. Good. If you lifted your left arm, release it back down. Press into both your palms. Wait for the inhale to come and come back to center. Reach for the knees with your hands and just rock side to side. Massage your back. Good. As you bring your forehead in towards your knees, wrap your arms very tightly around your legs now. Start to squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. Starting to squeeze your toes and your feet and your ankles. Take another deep breath in and now hold the breath. Squeeze the legs, the belly, the back, arms, neck, face, scalp, squeeze and release. Lower your head and lie down onto your back, making yourself ready for shavasana. Take your feet nice and wide. Let the feet fall out to the sides. Tuck the shoulder blades, tuck the chin. Make any adjustments that are necessary for your comfort. And just start to relax and release. So palms are facing up, arms and legs are at the same diagonal line, extended down and away from the torso. Start to release the controlled breathing and let your breath become quiet and soft. Noticing all the sounds around you. Feel the earth below you, supporting you completely. Start to delve inwards with the mind, letting go of all of the distractions coming from around you. Relax. Relax. Becoming aware of all the sounds. The flag blowing in the wind, the voices, the bicycles and the cars. Begin to deepen your breathing. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Moving your wrists and ankles, turning your head side to side. Roll your head to center, slide your legs together and stretch your arms over your head. And take an inhale to stretch out just the right side. Right leg, right arm. And relax the right side and then stretch out the left side. Left leg, left arm. Relax it and then stretch out both. Reach, reach, reach. And relax. Let the arms sweep down. Let your knees come into your chest. And just rock gently side to side. Good. Roll all the way over to the right and pause. Push into your left hand and right elbow and come slowly up to seated. Elongating the spine. Eyes are closed. Facial muscles soft. Bring your hands together at your heart. Thanking yourself for this yoga practice tonight. Sending a silent thank you out to those who came to join you. And we seal in our practice now with the chanting of Om. Take a deep breath in. Folding forward, hinging from the hips. If the forehead doesn't come down, allow the palms to come down to support you. The divine light within me sees that same divine light within you. Namaste. Thanks, Fran. Thanks, Kathleen. Wednesday at 9:30 and 7 p.m.